So today we're talking about color and why objects have color. Okay, an object appears the color of the light that it reflects. So if I see something red, it's reflecting red light. If I see something blue, it's reflecting blue light. If I see a red apple, it's reflecting red, absorbing all other colors. Now, a couple things about this. Black, if I see the color black, it is reflecting no light. Black is the absence of light. Okay, and instead of reflecting things, it is absorbing all the colors. White is produced by the reflection of all the colors of light. Okay, white is produced by the reflection of all the colors of light. So if I look at a red apple through a blue filter, a filter is a transparent material that transmits one or more color. A filter only allows that certain wavelength to pass through it. So a blue filter only allows a blue color to pass through it. So if I look at a red apple through a blue filter, the object would appear black because no light is passing through that filter. There is no blue light from the apple. Only blue light could pass through there. As a result, there would be no color there and it would be black. Now, if I looked at a white shirt through a green filter, the only color that would be able to pass through the filter would be green. All the other colors would be absorbed. So a white shirt through a green filter would look green. A blue shirt through a blue filter would look blue. So that's why objects have color. Now, how do we see color? Okay, we talked about the retina yesterday. The retina is the inner lining of the eyeball. It is composed of cells. Okay, there are millions of cells. On your homework today, you'll need to Google how many cells, how many rods and cone cells are make up the retina. I will tell you it's an extraordinary number. There are two components of the retina. There are cone cells and rod cells. Cone cells allow you to distinguish different colors and detailed colors. Okay, there are three cones, and each cone respond to the different wavelengths of light. Now, these are also called S, M, and L cones. Okay, red cones would be the short wavelength cones. They respond mostly to red and yellow light. Those are our shorter wavelengths of light. Green cones are also called our M cones. They respond to the mostly yellow and green light, that middle of the Roy G. Biv. And blue cones would be the end of it, BV, of the colors of the rainbow. So blue would be the large cones, and they respond to that. Now, question you ask, if there's only three different types of cones, how do we see different colors? We see different colors because as we know that different colors, red and green make a certain color. So depending on how these cones are activated and how many of each cones are activated is how we see different shades of colors. It's how we see different shades of colors. It's very complex in that, but just know that how they're activated depends on the other colors that you can see. So your cones allow you to see color. Your cones allow you to see color. Your rods are sensitive to dim light and allows you to see at night. So your rods just allow you to see something. Okay, your rods allow you to see something, but you can't really distinguish the color of what you're seeing. So the rods I like to think of are your night vision. Your night vision. So color blindness occurs when one or more sets of cones do not function properly. 8% of men and only 0.5% of women have some type of color blindness. Now, the reason this occurs is because we know that men have an X and a Y chromosome. Men are XY chromosome, the X female and the Y male chromosome. So men are XY. Females are XX. They have two X chromosomes. Now, men are more likely to be colorblind because the color blindness is a recessive trait, okay? But it only appears on the Y chromosome. It appears on the Y chromosome. So it's going to be on there a lot more often. So the most common type is red-green color blindness. Today, you're going to do a color blindness test, okay? You might have to do it a lot of different times. You might have to do it a lot of different times if it says inconclusive. It is a smart test. It is not 100% accurate, but I mean, for the purpose of this class, it is. But if you might have a different number of questions than someone else because it will. If you miss one, it'll go back to that. You're gonna be asked to find numbers that are mixed in there, and all it's having to do is look at how your rods and cones are activated. So make sure we get that test done today, and you'll also have some other questions today about color blindness. You'll just need to look up on Google. The other thing is mixing colors. A pigment is a color. Okay, there are three primary colors of light: are red, blue, and green. We know that our three primary colors of light combine to make white. Okay, Light combines to make white. We know this. You look up at the ceiling, what color light do you see? You see white light. You see white light. Pigment is very different, okay? Pigment is very different. Pigma has three primary pigments, magenta, cyan, and yellow. That's like a pink and a blue, and then our yellow. These are called subtractive colors, okay? We know that all these colors, if we ever had markers and you colored all the markers together, you know that they make black. All the combination of all of the pigments are black. These are called subtractive colors. Thank you. And like I said, make sure we get that color blindness test done today. I think you'll find it very interesting.